Hello, my name is Michaela No, and today I will be discussing the powerful role that overconfidence plays in shaping human decision making. Overconfidence, the tendency to overestimate one's knowledge, abilities, or accuracy, is one of the most pervasive cognitive biases studied in psychology. It affects financial behavior, academic performance, perceptual judgments, and everyday choices. Understanding how and why individuals become overconfident is important because this bias often leads to risky decisions, poor outcomes, and persistent misjudgments that can accumulate over time. The purpose of this review is to synthesize findings from recent research across financial, academic, cognitive, and decision science contexts to show how overconfidence develops, how it impairs judgment, and why improving confidence calibration is critical for better decision making. Across multiple domains, researchers consistently find that overconfidence distorts judgment by creating a disconnect between perceived and actual performance. In financial context, Familiar DM 2022's framework for joint decision-making guided a series of studies showing that investors frequently believe they know more than they actually do. Overconfidence was calculated as confidence minus knowledge, and across studies it was shown to predict excessive trading, increased risk-taking, and less diversified portfolios. Interestingly, the authors found that joint financial decision-making, seeking advice, validation, or problem reformation from others did not improve financial literacy itself, but did significantly reduce subjective confidence. This decrease occurred because collaboration efforts encouraged individuals to reflect on what they did not know, a process known as meta-knowledge. These results highlight that overconfidence in financial decision-making is driven by miscalibrated self-perception rather than a lack of information. A second line of research by Parker and Weller 2015 examined how decision-making competence, DMC, relates to expected value sensitivity. DMC reflects an individual's ability to make reasoned, normative choices while resisting cognitive biases such as framing errors or overconfidence. Their findings show that individuals with higher DMC were more likely to make choices that maximized expected value, indicating stronger analytical reasoning and lower susceptibility to intuition-based errors. Importantly, Parker and Weller concluded that overconfidence operates as a core cognitive bias embedded within broader decision-making competence. They argued that miscalibrated confidence undermines one's ability to evaluate risks and rewards effectively, showing that competent decision-makers benefit not just from knowledge, but from accurate self-assessment. The educational setting provides another clear example of how overconfidence shapes behavior. A study conducted in Indonesia and Korea high school biology students found that students routinely overestimated their exam performance, creating a mismatch between confidence and actual scores. It was also found that male students tended to exhibit greater overconfidence than female students, and cultural factors such as educational fever, as it's known in some Asian regions, affected how students perceived their actual abilities. This mirrors adult behavior in other decision-making contexts. Individuals often repeat mistakes instead of adjusting strategies when they remain unaware of their true limitations. This study also highlighted methodical issues, specifically that categorical confidence and performance ratings may require more sophisticated analysis such as Roche modeling to more accurately measure calibration. Yet, even with these limitations, the findings demonstrate that overconfidence emerges early and can impair judgment long before individuals enter professional or financial environments. A final perspective comes from the perceptual decision-making research, examining whether overconfidence directly causes suboptimality in perceptual tasks. Researchers found no direct relationship between overconfidence levels and decision bias. Instead, they found that overconfidence appeared to be influences the decision quality indirectly by reducing cognitive effort or attentional engagement. This challenges traditional explanations that attribute suboptimality to overweighing sensory evidence and instead points to motivational and metacognitive factors. By integrating signal detection theory and Bayesian modeling, the authors showed that overconfidence can impair decisions through reduced sensory effort rather than through perceptual distortion. Across financial, academic, and perceptual contexts, the research consistently shows that overconfidence impairs decision making by creating a disconnect between perceived and actual abilities. Whether through excessive financial risk taking, poor study preparation, or reduced cognitive effort during perceptual tasks, individuals who are overconfident make decisions that are less informed, less calibrated, and often less optimal. Several gaps remain, including questions about how culture shapes overconfidence, how metacognitive training can improve calibration, and how motivational factors interact with confidence. Future research could explore interventions that strengthen meta-knowledge, promote reflective reasoning, and encourage individuals to evaluate their own limitations more accurately. Ultimately, improving confidence calibration may be one of the most effective ways to enhance decision-making across domains.